Um, Hello everyone, good evening. So here we shall give the solutions of the test on lines and angles. So in question number one, it has been told that Aditya was given a riddle. Aditya was given a riddle by Pragya, who stated that an angle is stated that an angle is 24 degree less than its complementary angle. 24 degree less than its complementary angle. The angles measured is the options are A is 36 degree, B 33 degree, C is 66 degree, and D is 57 degree. So here, so let's take the angle as x. Let the angle be x. Let the angle be x degree. So it is told that an angle is 24 degree less than its complementary angle. So therefore, the angle x is 24 degree less than its complementary angle. So its complementary angle will be 90 degree minus x. Complementary angle will be 90 minus x degree. Since why if the sum of two angles is 90 degree, then only those two are said to be complementary to each other. So here, if the angle is x, then its complementary angle will be obviously 90 minus x degree. So it is told that the angle x is 24 degree less than its complementary angle. Means x is 90 minus x minus 24. So, or I can say that if this x goes, if I change the side, then the sign will change. So that will be x plus x, that is 2x. 2x will be equal to 90 degree minus 24. Or I can say that 2x will be equal to 66. It's 90 minus 24, that is 66. So I can say that x will be equal to 66 by 2, that is equal to 33. So therefore, the required angle is 33 degrees. So option B is the correct answer. Then in question number 2, it is told that if the ratio of two co-interior angles, if the ratio of two co-interior angles on the same side, the ratio of two co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal, the same side of the transversal is 7:8. The bigger angle, the bigger angle of the two angles is the bigger angle of the two angles. Bigger angle of the two angles is so then the option A is 54 degree, option B is 100 degree, option C is 96 degree, and option D is 84 degree. So if the ratio of two co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So if two lines are parallel, if these two lines are parallel, then these two angles are called co-interior angles, and their sum is 180 degree. So if this is x, this will be 180 degree minus x. So I can say that let the co-interior angles be, x degree and 180 minus x degree. Since y, their sum should be 180. They are on the same side of the transversal, and these two lines are parallel. Let's say L is parallel to M and P is the transversal. So we have to find the bigger angle of the two angles. If the ratio of the two angles is 7:8. So therefore, you can say that the ratio means x by 180 minus x, that is equal to 7/8. So this is given. So then we have to find the bigger angle, means 180 minus x will find. So now here, if we cross multiply it, then we get 8x, that is equal to 7 into 180 minus 7x. 7 into 180 minus 7x. So therefore 8x plus 7x, that is 15x. 15x, that is equal to 7 into 180. So I can say that x will be equal to 7 into 180 divided by 15. This will be 15 ones are 15, 15 twos are 30. So therefore I can say x would be equal to 12 sevens are 84. This would be 84. So therefore I can say the bigger angle, so this one is the smaller angle, which is 84 degrees. Therefore the bigger angle will be 180 degree, 180 minus 84. So that will be 180 minus 80 is 100, 100 minus 4, that is 96 degree. So 96 degree is the required answer. So option C is the correct answer. Then in question number 3, it has been told that if two interior angles on the same side of the transversal, two interior angles on the same side of a transversal, intersecting two parallel lines, intersecting two parallel lines are in the ratio 2:3. Then the greater of the two angles, is here is it. Here is it. The greater of the two angles is, so option A is given as 54 degree, option B is given as 108 degree, option C is given as 120 degrees, option D is given as 136 degree. Here it is told two interior angles at the same side of the transversal intersecting two parallel lines. So these two are co-interior angles. They are in the ratio 2:3. So if I take one angle as x, the other one will be 180 minus x. Since their sum has to be 180. So now therefore it is given that x by 180 minus x, that is equal to 2/3. So we have to find the greater angle, means 180 minus x. So if we cross multiply, then we get 3x equals to 2 into 180 minus 3x, no, minus 2x. 2 into 180 minus 2x. So I can say 3x plus 2x, that is 5x. 5x equals to 2 into 180. X equals to 2 into 180 divided by 5. This will be 5 3s are 15. 5 6 are 30. So x would be equal to 2 into 36, that is equal to 72. So now the greater angle, that will be 180 minus 72, that will be equal to that will be 108 degrees. So 108 degrees is the greater of the two angles. So option B is the correct answer. Then in question number 4 is told that in figure L is if L is parallel to M, what is the value of x? If L is parallel to M, what is the value of x? Is the value of x? So here the figure is given as like this. So this angle is x. This angle is 58 degree. This angle is 37 degree. This is L. This is M. Here L is parallel to M. What is the value of x? So here option A is given as 75 degree. Option B is given as 85 degree. Option C is given as 90 degree. Option D is given as 70 degree. So here, as you can see, if this is 58, then this angle is also 58 degree. This is 37. This angle is also 37 degree. Here we can say that if this is x, this will be also x. Since why we have alternate interangles. Now sum of the three angles should be 180 degrees, since it is the angle sum property of a triangle. So therefore I can say x plus 58 degree plus 37, that is equal to 180. So therefore x plus, if we add them, then we'll get, so 37 is 7 plus 8, 14, 15, and 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. So that 58 plus 37 is 95, that is equal to 180. So x plus 95 is 180. So I can say x will be 180 minus 95. It should be equal to 85. So x will be equal to 85 degrees. So option B is the correct answer. Then in question number 5. Question number 5 is told that in the given figure, what value of x, what value of x will make, what value of x will make EOQ a straight line. What value of x will make EOQ a straight line? This is POQ. This is R. This angle will be 4x minus 36 degree. And this angle will be 3x plus 20 degree. So here the sum of these two angles should be 180 degrees, since POQ is a straight line. So therefore I can say angle POR plus angle QOR, that should be equal to 180 degree. Since POQ is a straight line, so therefore I can say 4x minus 36 plus. Okay, so here the options are also given. Options A initially is 15, option B is 12, option C is 25, option D is 28. So 4x minus 36 plus 3x minus 3x plus 20, that is equal to 180. So therefore I can say 7x minus 16 that is equal to 180. So I can say 7x that is equal to 180 plus 16, which is 196. So 7x is equal to 196. So x will be 196 divided by 7, which will be equal to 7 2s of 14, 7 is 56, which is 28. So the value of x is 28. So option D is the correct answer. Then question number 6 and 7 are assertion and reasoning based questions. So in question number 6, it is told that the assertion is given as two adjacent angles always form linear pair. Two adjacent angles always form a linear pair. The reason is given as in a linear pair of angles, two non-common arms are opposite rays. Two non-common arms are opposite rays. So the assertion A is obviously false, since why two adjacent angles may not always form linear pairs, since why linear pair will be formed if the sum of the two angles is 180 degree, but in some cases the sum of the two angles may not be 180 degrees. But then it will not form a linear pair. So the assertion is false. Uh, so then the reason is in a linear pair of angles, two non-common arms are opposite rays. Yeah, so that is true, since why the non-common arms will be the opposite rays if two angles are forming a linear pair. So the reason is true. So the assertion is false and reason is true. So option D is the correct answer. Then in question number 7, it is told the assertion is given as if two interior angles on the same side of the transversal, if two interior angles on the same side of the transversal, two interior angles on the same side of the transversal intersecting two parallel lines, are in the ratio 5:4, then the greater of the two angles is 100 degrees. And the reason is given as if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then the interior angles, sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal, 180 degree. If two interior angles on the same side of the transversal intersecting two parallel lines, so two parallel lines are there, and this is the transversal, and two interior angles are in the ratio 5:4. So one of the interior angles it is x, and the other one is 180 minus x. Since their sum has to be 180, then the greater of the two angles is 100 degrees. So we have to find if it is true or false or not. So here x by 180 minus x, that is equal to 5 by 4. So then obviously x is the greater angle. So we have to find x only. So therefore I can say this will be cross multiplication. So 4x equals to 5 into 180 minus 5x. So this will be 9x equals to 5 into 180. So 9 2 is 80. It means that x would be equal to 100. X would be equal to 100. So, and 180 minus x will be 80. So one of the angles is 100 degree and the other angle is 80 degree. So it means that the greater angle is 100 degree. So it means the assertion is true. And the reason is given if a transversal intersects two parallel lines and the sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is 180 degree. So that is also true. And the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion also, since we have used that fact only, that the sum of the interior angles on the same side of the transversal is 180 degree. So hence the reason is also true, and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. So option A is the correct answer. Then section B. Section B, it is given. Section B, in question number 8, is given that in figure L is parallel to M. If L is parallel to M, what is the value of Y? What is the value of Y? What is the value of Y? So this is the straight line F. It is at the two parallel lines. L is parallel to M here. And N is the transversal here. And this is Y degree and this is X degree. This angle is 3x degree. We have to find the value of Y. So here, this is 3x, so this will be also 3x since vertically opposite angles are equal. L is parallel to M. Now here we can also say that Y is equal to 3x since the corresponding angles are equal as L is parallel to M. As corresponding angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal. Is equal to 3x. As corresponding angles are equal. Now this angle is also 3x degree, and also we can say that Y and X, they are forming a linear pair. So Y plus X, that is equal to 180 degree since their linear pair is being found. So Y is 3x, so I can say 3x plus X, that is equal to 180 degree. 180, so 4x is equal to 180. I can say X will be equal to 180 divided by 4, which means it is 4 4 is 16, 4 5 is 20, which is 45. So I can say Y will be equal to 3x, which is equal to 3 into 45, which is equal to 135. So 135 is the answer. 135 is the required value of Y. Then in question number 9, it is told in the given figure, AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. Find the value of X. given AB is parallel to CD. Find the value of x. So here the figure is given like this. This is A, this is 3. This is D, this is C. Now we have to find the value of x. This angle is given as 112 degree. This is x degree, and this is 128 degree. So here what we can do, we can extend DC to the point E such that it intersects this point. Let's say it is F, and it intersects at point G. Intersects AF at point G. AB is given parallel to CD, so obviously ADE will be parallel to AB also. Now, if this is 128, this angle also will be 128 degree. Now, this angle will be 180 minus 112, which will be this angle means angle FCG, that is equal to 180 degree minus 112 degree, since here linear pair has been formed. So that will be equal to 100 and 68 degrees. 68 degrees. So this is 68. Obviously, we can say that this. So therefore, now I can say 128 degree, that is equal to 68 plus x. Since why? Since the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to sum of the two opposite interior angles. If the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. Sum of the two opposite interior angles. So it means that x will be equal to 128 minus 68. So it means that x will be equal to 16. X will be equal to 60. So 60 is the answer. And then in question number 10, has been told that in the figure, PR is the angle bisector. Here is the angle bisector of angle APQ. Here is the angle bisector of angle APQ. Prove that AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. Here now this is AB. So this CD. It will be this will be Q. This is for angle PR. It is told PR is the angle bisector, and this angle is given 38 degree. This angle is 140. Prove that AB is parallel to CD. So now, therefore, we have to prove it. So in the proof, we can say that angle APR that is equal to angle QPR that is equal to half of angle APQ. Since it is given that PR is the angle bisector of angle APQ. So therefore, I can say that half of angle APQ, half of angle APQ that is equal to angle QPR, which is 38 degree. So therefore, angle APQ that is equal to 38 into 2, that is 76 degree. So this angle is 76. This angle is 76 degree. And similarly, angle PQD that is equal to means plus angle FQD, PQD plus FQD that is equal to 180 degree. Since here linear pair is, and it is given that angle FQD that is 104 degree. So now I can say angle PQD that is equal to 180 degree minus 104 degree, which is equal to 76 degree. So this is also 76 degrees. So this is 76, this is 76. Since they are alternate interior angles, so AB has to be parallel to CD. So now I can say that now angle APQ that is equal to angle PQD that is equal to 76 degree, which is proved earlier or proved above. So we can say that so AB is parallel to CD since alternate interior angles are equal. It's called alternate. It's alternate interior angles. Its alternate interior angles are equal, and PQ is the transversal. PQ, or I can say PQ or EF. PQ or EF is the transversal. So hence proof. Then question number 11. Question number 11 it is told. In the given figure, AOB is a line. AOB is a line, and OM bisects angle AOB. ON bisects angle BOT, and prove that angle MON that is equal to 90 degree. MON that is equal to 90 degree. Prove that angle MON that is equal to 90 degree. So the figure is like this. AOB is a line. is B. That is told OM bisects angle AOB, so it means this angle is equal to this angle, and OM bisects angle BOB means this angle equal to this angle. Prove that MON is 90 degree. So here we can see that. So how to write the proof? So here we will write that angle AOM that is equal to angle BOM that is equal to half of angle AOB. Since it is given that OM bisects angle AOB and angle BON is equal to angle BON, which is equal to BON is equal to angle BON, which is equal to half of angle BOB. Angle BOB. Since why? Since it is given that ON bisects angle BOB. So now here we can see that angle MON is equal to angle POM plus angle PON. POM plus angle PON. Since they are adjacent angles, so now I can say that and we can say that angle AOP plus angle BOB that is equal to 180 degree. Angle AOP plus angle BOB that is equal to 180 degree. Since it is given that AOB is a line. So it is forming a linear pair. So linear pair is being formed. So linear pair is formed. So therefore now angle AOI plus angle AOM, or I can say so now angle MON is equal to angle POM plus angle PON. Now angle POM that is equal to half of angle AOB. So this is equal to half of angle AOB plus angle POM that is equal to half of angle POB. Half of angle POB. This would be equal to half of angle AOP plus angle BOP. So this would be equal to half of 180 degree, which is equal to 90 degree. So hence we can say that angle M1 is equal to 90 degree. So hence proof. And so then in question number 12, it is told that in figure 12, if AB is parallel to CD, AB is parallel to CD, angle APQ is equal to 50 degree, and angle PRD that is equal to 127 degree. Find X and Y. Find X and Y. Find x and y. This is y, this is x, this is 50 degree, this is 127. Now here we can see that AB AB is parallel to CD. This is PQR. So here basically angle APR that will be equal to angle PRT. Since y alternate interior angles are equal, alternate interior angles are equal as AB is parallel to CD and PR is the transversal. So I can say that 50 plus y. So I can say that 50 plus y that is equal to therefore 50 plus y that is equal to 127. So I can say y will be equal to 127 minus 50 that is equal to 77. Y is equal to 77. And similarly here x and also angle APQ that will be equal to angle PQR since alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal as AB is parallel to CD and PQ is the transversal. So I can say this APQ that is 50 that is equal to PQR which is x. So it means x is equal to 50. So therefore the answer is x is equal to 50 degree and y is equal to 77 degree. So this is the required answer. Then in question number 13, it has been told that in the given figure, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. CD is parallel to EF. CD is parallel to EF. Also, EA is perpendicular to AB. EA is perpendicular to AB. And angle BEF that is equal to 65 degree. Angle BEF is equal to 65 degree. Then find the values of x and y. Find the values of x, y, and z. So the figure is given as like this. 0 to 3 lines. This is A, this is C, this is B, this is D, this is F, this is X, this is Y, this is 65 degree, this is Z. This is the right angle. Now here EA is perpendicular to AB, it is given, and BEF is equal to 65 degree, then X, Y, and Z you have to find out. Now here we can see that AB is parallel to CD, which is parallel to EF. So therefore, AB is parallel to CD, which is parallel to EF, which is given. So now we can say that angle EAE, that is equal plus angle FEA, EAE and FEA, that is equal to 180 degrees, since co-interior angles are supplemented. Co-interior angles are supplemented. Since co-interior angles are supplementary, since their sum is always 180 degree, sum is 180 degree, sum is 180 degree. Now BAE, that is 90 plus FEA, that is Z plus 65, that is 180. So now therefore Z plus 65, that is equal to 180 minus 90, that is equal to 90. So Z will be equal to 90 minus 65. This is 5, this is 7, so 25. Z is equal to 25. So Z is equal to 25. And also we can say that angle DEF plus angle FET, DEF, no, sorry, angle DEF plus angle ED, let's call this as G, angle DEG, no, angle EDG, angle DEF plus angle EDG, that is equal to 180 degrees, since co-interior angles are supplementary. Since co-interior angles are supplementary, co-interior angles are supplementary, co-interior angles are supplementary, as it is given. EF is parallel to CD or CG, and obviously EB is the transversal. EB is the transversal. Now, angle DEF, that is 65 degree plus angle EDG, that is y, so that is equal to 180. So therefore, y, I can say y will be equal to 180 minus 65. Y will be equal to 180 minus 65. So y will be equal to 1. So this will be 5. So then 7. So 115. Y is equal to 115. Y is equal to 115. Y is equal to 115. Now, angle D, let's say we call this as H. So angle DBH, that is equal to angle DBH, that is equal to angle PDG. DBH, that is equal to angle EDG. Since corresponding angles are equal, Its corresponding angles are equal. Its corresponding angles are equal. Now, EBH, that is X, so that is equal to ETG, that is Y. So that will be equal to 115 degree. So therefore, the required answer is X and Y, they are same, that is 115 degree, and that is equal to 25 degree. So this is the answer. Then in question number 14, it is told that determine determine the value of x. Determine the value of x in the given figure. The given figure, if AB is parallel to CD, which is parallel to EF. So the figure is like this. So this is E, this is F, A, B, C, and D. So this angle is given as 65 degree. This angle is given as 25 degree. Now this is X. Then X we have to find out. Now we can say that this angle will be also 65, since now here you can see that AB is parallel to CD. So I can say that angle ABC, that is equal to angle BCB, which is equal to 65 degrees, since alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. So this is 65 degree. So therefore, now we can say that angle ECD, that is equal to angle ECD, that is equal to angle BCD minus angle BCE. Angle BCD minus angle BCE. So that will be BCD is 65 and BCE, that is 25, which is given. So this will be 40 degree. So this angle is 40 degree. This angle is 40 degree. So now similarly, angle, you can say that angle PCD plus angle CEF, that is equal to 180 degree, since co-interior angles are supplementary. Since it is given that EF is parallel to CD and co-interior angles are supplementary. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary. So therefore now ECD is 40 plus CEF is given as X. So X, that is equal to 180. So therefore I can say that X will be equal to 180 minus 40, which is equal to 140. So the required value of X is 140. So 140 is the answer. Then in question number 15, it is given that while playing piano, while playing piano, Arijit sings. While playing piano, Arijit sings top daughter. Arijit sings daughter found that while playing piano, Arijit sings daughter found that the treble strings, of a grand piano, the treble strings of a grand piano are parallel, or grand piano are parallel when viewed from the above, the bass strings, the bass strings are transversal. Bass strings are transversal. Find the x and y in the figure given. Find the values of x and y. Find the values of x and y, which is shown in the figure. And the value of x and y in the figure, which is given. So the figure given is like this. So now table strings, this is table strings are parallel. Table strings are parallel. So these three strings are parallel and these are the traversal. So these are the pass strings, these are the table strings. This is 125 degree, and this is 120 degree, 120 degree. And this angle is 25x plus 5y degree. This angle is given as 25x plus 4y degree. And x and y value I have to find out. So now here we can see that this angle will be equal to this angle, which is 125 degrees, since they are vertically opposite angles. Now similarly, this angle will be equal to this angle, which is 125 degree, since why they are corresponding angles. Similarly, these two angles will be same since they are corresponding angles. So therefore, one of the equations is 25x plus 5y, that is equal to 125, since the reason is that since corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal, and obviously they are also vertically opposite angles are equal. And this is 120, so this also is 120, since these two are again corresponding angles. And also, so 25x plus 4y, that is equal to 120, since the same reason says corresponding angles are equal. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So now if we subtract equation 2 from equation 1, subtract equation 2 from equation 1, equation 1 minus equation 2, that will be 25x plus 5y minus 25x plus 4y, that is equal to 125 minus 120. So this will be 25x plus 5y minus 25x minus 4y, that is equal to 5. So 25x and 25x will get cancelled. So 5y minus 4y, that is y is equal to 5. Y is equal to 5. And so similarly, so we have to find out x. So now 25x plus 5y, which means 5 into 5, that is equal to 125. Therefore, I can say 25x, that is equal to plus 25, that is equal to 125. So hence I can say 25x, that is equal to 100. So therefore, I can say x will be equal to 100 divided by 25, which is equal to 4. So 25 4s are 100. So therefore, the required answer is x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5. X is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5 is the required answer. Then in question number 16, it is told that So it is a case study based question. OA, OB, OC, OA, OB, OC, OD, and OD, OE, and OF are six rows, and all join at the point O. All join at a point O. Then roads, these roads make equal angles. These roads make equal angles. Angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D, and angle E. Not equal angles. The roads make angles, angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D, and angle E. According to the figure, and roads OD and OE are perpendicular. Roads OD and OE are perpendicular to each other. And AD and CF are straight lines. AD and CF are straight lines. AD and CF are straight lines and intersect each other at O. Intersect each other. Intersect each other at if angle A, if angle A is to angle B is to angle C are in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 4, 2 is to 3 is to 4, 2 is to 3 is to 4. Then answer the following questions. So the figure that has been shown to the students is this is AD. AD is a straight line. The CF is also a straight line, and they intersect at the point O. This is DE. So OE is perpendicular to OD, which is given. So this angle is a right angle. I say that this angle is a right angle. Now this is B. This is given as angle E. This is angle D. This is angle C. This is B, and this is A. So it is given that. Okay. Then the questions are: first question is what is the angle? What is the angle between the roads? What is the angle between the roads OB and OC? What is the angle in between the roads OB and OC? What is the measure? What is the measure of angle D? What is the measure of angle D? Third one, can write a pair of complementary angles. Write a pair of complementary angles from the figure. Find the measure. Find the measure of angle BOD. So now, what is the angle in between the roads OB and OC? What is the angle in between the roads OB and OC? Correct. This is F, and this is C. So now the first question answer is, what is the angle in between the roads OB and OC? So that is obviously angle B. So now here so angle B only we have to find out. So angle A is to angle B is to angle C, that is 2 is to 3 is to 4. So let's say we take angle A as X. So we can take angle A as 2x, since why the ratio is 2 is to 3 is to 4. The angle A is 2x degree, angle B is 3x degree, and angle C is 4x degree. Since it is given that angle A is to angle B is to angle C, that is equal to 1, 2 is to 3 is to 4. And also their sum should be 180 degrees, since they are forming since AOD is a straight line. Now also we can say that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Since why? Since AOD is a straight line. It is given. AOD is a straight line. Sum of the three angles should be 180. So I can say 2x plus 3x plus 4x, that should be equal to 180. And so it means 5x plus 4x, that is 9x. 9x is equal to 180. So I can say x will be equal to 180 divided by 9. So x will be equal to 20. X is equal to 20. So now angle A, that is equal to 20 into 2, that is 40 degree. To 2, that is 40 degree. And angle B, that is equal to 3 into 20, that is 60 degree. And angle C, that is equal to 4 into 20, that is equal to 80 degree. 4 into 20, that is equal to 80 degree. Forty, 60, and 80. So therefore I can say the angle in between, the roads, and then in between the roads OB and OC, then in between the roads OB and OC is 60 degree, which is angle A. So this is the answer for part 1. So then the subpart 2, it has been told that what is the measure of angle D? Is the measure of angle D. So here you can see that angle A and angle D are equal since they are vertically opposite angles. So now I can say that angle A, that is equal to angle D, since vertically opposite angles are equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So hence I can say that angle D, that is equal to angle BA, which is equal to 40 degrees. So 40 degrees is the answer. 40 degrees is the answer. Now, subpart 3, it has been asked that write a pair of complementary angles from the figure. So here it is given that DOA is the right angle. So obviously D and E, that is their sum should be 90 degrees. So we can say that a pair of complementary angles, pair of complementary angles are is angle D and angle E. D and angle E, or we can say angle AOF and angle BOF. Angle BOF. You can say that angle D and angle E or we can say angle AOF and angle EOF. That means we can say that the pair of complementary angles since angle B plus angle E that is equal to 90 degree. Angle B plus angle B that is equal to 90 degree. Write the measure of angle BOD. Write the measure of angle BOD. Measure of angle BOD. So BOD that is equal to angle BOD. We have to find out. So angle BOD that is equal to angle A plus angle B obviously. Angle BOD as we can see it is angle BOC plus angle COD. Is angle BOC plus angle COD, which means it is angle B plus angle A. So that will be angle B. We have found out that is 60 degree. Angle A is 40 degree. So this will be 60 degree plus 40 degree. So that will be equal to 100 degree. So 100 degrees is the required value of angle BOD. So 100 degrees the answer. So hope all of you have understood the solutions of all these 16 questions which came in the 9 maths test of on lines and angles. Still any doubts if you have, please write that in the comments. We shall obviously clarify them. So thank you everyone.